Hey, what's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, coming back at you early on a Thursday for March 25th, 2021. That's right, we got an early edition of this week's issue of the Bungie Weekly blog, This Week at Bungie. And, well, the reason we're getting it so early is because there really isn't too much to talk about this week. We did have a hotfix go live. It did bring a lot of stasis changes, which are hopefully improving your Iron Banner and overall Crucible experience before Trials goes live this weekend. But this TWAB is mostly going to be about some structural changes in the Iron Banner. We've got a way that lobby balancing is going to be working in Iron Banner live by the time you're watching this video, by the way. Hopefully you'll be experiencing a much better experience, and we've got some new Twitch Prime rewards to go over. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive on in. Like I said, earlier this week we had the release of Destiny 2 Hotfix 3.1.1.1. This fixed quite a few things with the game, including stasis in the Crucible. This is the big quality of life sandbox update for stasis that brought a plethora of nerfs to both the Hunter Revenant and Titan Behemoth stasis subclasses. Additionally, there were a few bug fixes packed in with Hotfix 3.1.1.1, and if you'd like to get the full patch notes for it, there's of course a link to it down in the description box below, but most of it is stuff we've covered in previous TWAB videos. But this week, we also had the release of the brand new strike, Proving Grounds, bringing an end overall to some of the narrative that we've been following here in Season of the Chosen. It's a really cool new strike where you're basically going through a Cabal tank to take on one final challenger, the Champion of Keitel. And the cutscene we get at the end of it is nothing short of amazing. It's bringing up some really interesting future options for us as Guardians and our relationship with the Cabal Empire. Hopefully you've had a chance to play it and seen the cutscene for yourself. What did you think of it? Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. But after that, we get a really interesting section of the TWAB titled Lobby Balancing Act that deals directly with the way lobbies are balanced in Iron Banner. Here's what Bungie had to say. In June of 2020, we made some changes to remove skill-based matchmaking from all playlists except survival. Since the change, we've been monitoring player feedback, watching data, and getting some hands-on in the Crucible to see how games felt with connection-based matchmaking prioritized. A common feedback item has concerned lobby balancing and how we distribute players among fire teams within a Crucible match. Starting today, we'll be testing out some changes to how players are split between teams once a match has been formed in Iron Banner and Iron Banner Freelance playlists. These changes are expected to be deployed around 10 a.m. Pacific time, so by the time you're reading this TWAB, they may already be in place. To give a simple explanation of the change, our current algorithm tries to make the average skill level even between the teams, which can lead to lopsided teams depending on the skill range of everyone put in the match. With the changes being deployed today, we're updating our Crucible Lobby Balancer to balance teams with a modified algorithm which can be compared to Schoolyard Pick or Snake Draft. This will attempt to place the best player on Team 1, second best player on Team 2, third best player on Team 2, and fourth best player on Team 1, and so on and so forth. As a note, we are making no changes to matchmaking. This is specifically a change to how players are divided among teams once a match has been formed. We'll be watching feedback over the weekend to see how players are feeling about this change in Iron Banner, and we have plans to expand to more playlists once the changes are verified to have positive effects. So there we go. In addition to Iron Banner, now of course having the freelance playlist where you can go in there and not have to worry about getting lol stopped by entire pre-made fire teams. Not only do we have that, not only do we have connection-based matchmaking in Iron Banner, but Bungie is going to be reworking their lobby balancing system to hopefully make your Iron Banner experience a bit more tolerable than it currently is. Me, I haven't had a chance to play it yet. As soon as I saw the TWAB went live, I went to go start making this video. So I haven't had a chance to play and see what it's like in there now that they've pushed this update out. But I'm hoping it has a really positive effect. Again, this is something I'd love to hear your experiences on, so shout them off down in the comment section below. Either way, I hope these changes are positive, and I would love to see this added to some of the other playlists like Control and Clash and all that kind of stuff. But moving on from that, we've got a fresh new batch of Twitch Prime gaming rewards. This month, the Huckleberry is going to be taking the spotlight, featuring a sweet exotic ornament for those who prefer black and red over white and gold. If you're unaware of how this works, if you've got an Amazon Prime and thus a Twitch Prime account, You can actually link your Bungie account to your Twitch Prime account and qualify to receive free monthly rewards from Amanda Holiday. If you head over to the TWAB, of course there's a link to that down in the description box below, they'll have a link to Bungie's page where you can connect your Twitch Prime and your Bungie account. And then follow the directions there for claiming your rewards every month. This month, we've got the Huckleberry Exotic SMG, the Devil's Work Ornament, the Sanctified Vigilance Ghost Shell, and the Bicameral Promise Legendary Ship. These rewards generally swap out on a month-by-month basis, so make sure you're staying tuned to see when you've got a new batch of rewards to pick up. Now, beyond all that, ever since patch 3.1.1 went into effect, if you use one of the previous Guardian Games Ghost Shells, you probably noticed that Ghost Shell went poof. Well, Bungie discovered that players' Guardian Games Ghost Shells were being replaced with other Ghost Shells and would disappear when equipped. Due to this, the ability to equip those shells was temporarily disabled. These shells have now been re-enabled, and Bungie is going to be providing a fix at a future date for players who had their upgraded Guardian Games Ghost Shells dismantled in a future update. I actually had this happen to me live on stream. When the update went live, I logged into the game. I used the Guardian Games Ghost Shell for my Warlock, because the exotic one is just really cool looking, and it straight up disappeared. It was gone, just completely dismantled and gone. So I'm really happy to see that Bungie is going to be providing an avenue to get those Ghost Shells back. Even though it doesn't really take many materials to fully max out your ghost, it still kind of sucked to have that taken away, so I'm really glad to hear that. Additionally, we're going to be getting another hotfix next week on Thursday, April 1st at reset time. In this hotfix, they'll be pushing a few fixes for stuff like the Insight Terminus Nightfall Triumph not working correctly, the Lost Sector puzzles for Xenophage not working as intended, and heavy ammo spawning under the map in Distant Shore. So, looking forward to those changes next week. But alright Guardians, that's pretty much it for the biggest bits of news contained in this week's issue of the Bungie Weekly Blog, This Week at Bungie. It was a short one this time around. But anyways, that's the news and those are my thoughts. Be sure to leave me yours down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. I'm out for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.